knew I was in. So we just hashed it out and played to get it over with because we both had to play our next event.
Very nice. So here we go. We see them corking up. They're all ready to go. Now with the gentleman's agreement of no score, what happens if you were to go single and then triple with the next
That's
one?
fine.
That's fine.
And the way I always took that was you're allowed to point enough to get the point lead if you need to, but there's no point in just dropping 9 marks unnecessarily. So
Gotcha. Now, do you typically play a pretty point-centric game, or
I'm old school. I point my mother.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was getting ready to say. In fact, I have pointed my mom. Yeah. So it's a true statement. My mom actually got me into darts. So, my mom and my dad both, they played League when I was 12 years old. So I started playing, and naturally we had to play against each other in a couple of tournaments. And I take no prisoners.
I will tell you, if I think I am outmatched, which it's getting to the point where there's not a lot of people I think can outmatch me. If I think I'm outmatched, I might run a little bit. But if I think I'm the better shot, or I'm at least an even shot, I'll point and go.
I absolutely agree. Anytime where I feel like I have the better average, the simple math is the longer the game goes, the more likely I am to win.
Exactly. Simple math.
So we do see Eric there throw a pile of 20s. However, Blackledge started with a 9 mark on the 19s. I'm going to have to remember to say last names in this one because Eric just doesn't work.
Let's just use them. Yeah, Blackledge opened up with a 9 mark, but only fouled with 2. Eric's been pretty consistent. He's got 200 points scored on the 20s, so he's shooting 6.5 points per round. Cuts the 19 nicely. Probably back up top. Yep. Misses the triple 17 and it stacks on the points. So
Gregory will take a 108-point lead into the bottom of the third round. Blackledge up to the board, needing to throw a lot of 18s. In fact, 9 will tie it up, but he's only going to hit 3. Yeah, 3 only.
Triple 4, triple 1, right there.
So Gregory with a big chance to really run away with this one. If he trips the 18 on the first one, you got to imagine he's going to throw another triple at least. And he does. Third dart coming in on the 16. Oh, he goes to the 15.
Nice white horse.
Yeah, right next door. Big 9 marks. Average 7-0. 4 rounds deep. So 28 marks in 4 rounds. Very impressive. Blackledge not going to roll over, though. Throws a 7 mark on the 16s to pull within 44.
Definitely see 3 16s here, and whatever's left is going to the bull.
Well, he's going to have 2 extra darts at it. Single bull with the second dart. Oh, but misses the third. So he'll still need 2 bulls when he comes back. That's if Eric Blackledge does not throw 5 bullseyes to take the point lead.
Yeah, great chip.
So Gregory will have the advantage when he comes back to the board, needing 2 bullseyes.
Surprised if he misses 2 here.
Well, yeah, he has a 6.4 average right now, so I probably first dart.
I bet he doesn't keep it.
Well,
he went to 6.3.
Yeah, didn't go that much.
That double bull. Where'd you guys get that tree from?
The store.
Nice.
So Gregory will set up the board. Blackledge's going to have the start because it is loser goes first. As we call that, mugs away.
Mugs away.
Yeah. Yeah, that I believe, I don't know this for a fact, but I believe that comes from the old English where you play for pints or mugs, and whoever loses has to buy.
Yep.
So basically, whoever bought the mugs is away, meaning they'll start. So yeah, mugs away, Blackledge will get the start.
Every time I see it, I think of the great Jockey Wilson, the way he picked up that beer and slammed it every time he shot a good shot. Throw his hands up in the air, next thing you know, he's got beer spilled all over him.
Yeah, it's amazing the amount of alcohol they consumed in the 80s and 90s when they played darts. I certainly could not do that and be as accurate as they were.
I think I can still hang.
Yeah? Alcohol doesn't faze you, huh?
I liken it to the old mountain climber game on The Price is Right. After about 25 drinks, you go over the edge of that cliff. You can walk up and down that hall forever in the dart hall. You're not shaking it off. Your day's done. But up to that point, it's pretty good.
So Blackledge does have the lead here after throwing 5 20s. Gregory only following with 4 19s. Oh, and Blackledge comes up big with a triple 20 and 3 19s to close.
Interesting combination. I'm surprised he went that route.
Yeah,
I thought once he left for good.
Yeah, it was the order of the shot. You wouldn't expect him to go one, then the other, then back to the first one. Gregory with the chance to fill it up, and he does. Another great 9 shot. Mark. So he's 2 for 2 on legs and a 9 mark.
Yeah.
It's funny, we were commentating Jeff Cohee's match yesterday, and he threw at least 1 9 mark in every leg but one. I think finishing the match in 6 legs with 7 9 marks. It was pretty impressive. We started calling him Mr. 9 mark.
I just saw it again earlier. He didn't miss a whole lot.
Yeah. Kind of sporadic. When he had a bad shot, it seemed to be a 1 or a 2 mark.
I talked about, last time I was on this feed, I talked about body language. I know when my head goes down, and it's silly to do it. I know, just stay positive and throw them. And I just, I've been losing a lot of darts lately and getting frustrated over them. Just don't look away. Keep your focus on the board. Get those 3 darts out of your hand, and then move on to the next round. Be mad later. Be mad when the match is over and you lost.
So there we see a misstep by Blackledge, only having 120 with the first 2 darts, but comes up with a big triple 18 to shut down Gregory's 18s. Forcing him down to the 17s, where he'll try to battle back. Oh, but he gets a little strategic. Down 6 points, decides to take the 20 away from Blackledge.
Both of them. I think Eric Gregory picked up on Blackledge's flail at that 18, and he happened to catch it. But I think he saw something. He's like, well, maybe there's a little chink here I can go after. Oh, they backed each other again.
Yeah, and you see Gregory in the background there. He knew it.
Yeah.
So Blackledge throwing a 9 mark of his own here in this leg, has a 6-point lead and 2 numbers, forcing Eric Gregory to need at least 4 bulls just to take the point lead. Yeah, I like that move.
Force the hat trick.
Exactly. If you force your opponent to hit 3 bulls and they don't, you come up needing 3 bulls, you like your chances.
You can definitely see the respect between the 2 players, though. They're taking shots they would never take against any other player. I mean, they know you got to hit it, and actually it was almost like a little cat and mouse there with the closing from behind and tripping left and right. It was kind of neat, but they both got away with it a few rounds in a row.
Yeah, well, we see the averages there, a 5.6 playing a 5.67. That's certainly darn near world-class darts.
Yeah, that's tough to beat.
Especially going first, and that's probably why Blackledge has the advantage here in this leg, the start being very pivotal.
Yep. Probably going to see Blackledge get out on this leg and even the match.
Yeah, I would assume so. Even if he doesn't, he will. So, these legs very easily could go back and forth with the darts all the way till the end.
This is going to come down to 1 miss at a bad time.
Well, it might come down to 1 dart on that cork in the ninth.
Right. Let's hope it gets there, because I think it's going to be exciting. But I think a big miss. Of course, Gregory has the advantage of shooting first from winning the opening diddle. But 1 misstep here, and especially if he holds serve and Eric would have a misstep on the 20s, that's where it opens up. It's almost like tennis at this point, where to break somebody is it's against their throw is tough to do. Even in cricket, it's almost impossible in 0-1, but definitely in cricket.
Now, like these two, you are actually already pre-qualified into tomorrow's finale through the remote leagues qualifier. And that actually gives you the opportunity to double your prize money come tomorrow.
Yep, I'm looking forward to it.
So to run that down for our listeners, basically they had 2 men's qualifiers where the top 8 qualified, and 1 women's where the top 8 qualified. And if you happen, or whoever is the farthest finisher among the men and the women, their prize money will be doubled.
Yep, doubled. So tomorrow I'm playing for $20,000. So that's exciting.
Now, did you do your draw yet?
I did do my draw. If it holds up, I do believe I drew Melvin Cherry from Seattle, Washington. Played with him when he was a grandmaster in another format a while ago. I know his game. He's way more aggressive than I am, so if opposites attract, we've got a good mix. I've seen some other players that have paired up. There's some good teams out there, but it's 64 teams. We shocked the world. Anybody can win this thing.
Absolutely. So, because Melvin not one of the pre-qualified players, you actually will have the opportunity of playing for $20,000.
Yes, I'll get it all.
because what happens if two pre-qualified players do partner up, they would have to split the double. For instance, Blackledge here we see drew Rick Smith, who also a pre-qualified player. So if they do happen to win it, they'll get $15,000 each instead of $20,000 going to one player.
Right.
So Gregory really running away with this leg here. 4-number and a 10-point lead, plus a bullseye that he splashed in there early.
Setting up the out, nice.
Well, sometimes I certainly don't mind that shot. It's more of a still tip shot.
Yeah.
Because the triples are so big and soft tip, you don't really want to take a dart at the bullseye, knowing that you're more often than not gonna hit a triple. But yeah, it's certainly a leave for a 3-dart finish. So after you close the 17, you take a dart at the bullseye, and then when you come back, you only need 2 triples and a double bull.
Yeah, and it worked out nicely. Eric hit a 4 mark on the 15, so. This should be Gregory's leg, I would think.
Yeah, if I'm Eric Gregory here, I throw at the 15s to start.
Certainly.
And even if I close it with my first, I'm going at the bullseye.
Yep, me too.
So yeah, I expect a double bull coming in. But he hits a single, so
that's fine.
So Blackledge really his work cut out for him. He's going to have to hit a lot of bullseyes if he wants to stay in this game.
Yeah, 5 minimum just to get another shot.
Yeah, I think anything less, and Eric Gregory's going to be licking his chops.
Yeah, definitely no. Yeah, I can tell you the one qualifier I didn't make it in, and that's in 3 years. I drew Eric Blackledge in the first round, gave him everything that I had, and I lost. And then I turned around due to the format. I lost a heartbreaker to Andrew Smith from Washington. I mean, he went 9 mark, stole game 2, and the game of 5-1, stuffed the cork, and I went lose, went to the bottom. Had to win 6 games to get back through and qualify, and I won the first 5 and lost the last one.
Wow! So
so that was Saturday night, and I tell you what, I went to bed with my head hanging low because I did qualify Saturday morning, and to have that second one happen that way was I liked my draw, I liked my bracket, and just didn't get it done. So.
Yeah, and you were pre-qualified as well, so for every time...
there's no pressure on me, but it is $600.
Exactly.
Plus the extra $120 plus whatever position I get.
Yeah, so for every time that you qualify again, you don't actually get into the draw again, but you do get a $600 bonus because you essentially took somebody's spot away from them.
Yeah, and plus I get the positioning round. So if you get first, it's $1,100.
Yep.
So
because first place is $500 in these qualifiers. So Blackledge, after going triple 20, decides to switch down to the 19. And Eric Gregory, only throwing 7 marks behind. Normally, if you just match the mark total of the guy in front of you, you do not take the lead. But Eric Gregory does.
Because Eric chose to swap. And I call it the curse of the 1080. I've seen many people get so relaxed when they hit that 1080 opener, get the 120 points. If somebody comes back with 7 or more, a lot of times you see them lose. I don't get it, but... I like to go with the 18. I like I mentioned earlier the night. I like the Tony Payne thermonuclear cricket. Move a number ahead of what they're going to do, and if I need it, I come get it.
So you're not a fan of the 1080 start in cricket?
Nope. Trip 20, trip 20, trip 18. And I used to a lot. If I'm at this stage, I do it. If I'm back home at a local draw, I'll drop a 1080 on people all the time because I had them beat before we started. In my mind. not to sound arrogant, but there's sometimes you just know that let's just get it done. If I really think I haven't beaten they don't have much of a chance, I'll open up with a white horse. But at this level, I like the trip 20, trip 18. And when I can open up with that shot and they don't hit at least 7 19s, I'll take the white horse across the bottom of the board and I'll be sitting at a 9-0 with a point lead and with 16s left to shoot.
Now, I do disagree with you because the 1080 is the only shot that can't be bettered when you come out.
Well, I agree, except for I pin them to a number. Once you have the first 2 trip 20s, they cannot leave the 19s with a point lead. If they bet them, they get a point lead, but they can't cut your 20 no matter what. Now, if they do come up and 9 mark the 19 to 114, if I throw my first dart in the triple 20, I know they're grooving, but I'll still cut that 18 with the next 2 darts regardless. Hopefully don't hit singles, but I'll be up 6 points with 2 wedges to their 1, and the pressure's back on them. That's just the way I've played it for a while, and it's worked out well. So
yeah, fair enough. I'm certainly certain that your strategy works for you. I mean, you're going to throw enough triples that more often than not, it's probably not going to matter. And if you're getting a starting with 9 marks,
it's always good.
Yeah, you're probably not going to lose too many games. here we see Eric Gregory struggling when going second. Both players actually averaging above a 5, but this turn not that good from Eric Gregory. So Blackledge, with the darts, is running away with this one. It's been a very whoever has the start kind of runs away with it type of match. I think that just goes to show how evenly matched these two really are.
Yeah,
but
it's a bad. There's a kind of an opening. I mean, a bad shot, but of course he had built it in to have it. So
well, Blackledge now left Eric Gregory the shot.
Around. Yeah, he did.
A triple 15, single 18, triple 17 really gives him an advantage going into the bullseye. But Gregory,
I thought he had another. I thought he had a third wedge. That's my mistake. Yeah, he definitely didn't want to leave that shot.
No, I was very surprised he stayed on that 15 after missing the second dart. But Gregory only going to come away with a pile. So 59-point deficit for Eric Blackledge.
Makes him use all 3 darts anyhow.
Yeah, he's going to have a triple in one of his first 2 darts. He does get it with the second dart, so a fat 19. Yeah, and that's exactly what he gets. A 13-point advantage for Blackledge.
Now, do you like cutting it up with a double bull here? Or with this caliber of player, you just go ahead and pile on? I mean, with a double bull, you almost have to take the point lead because you only need 2 singles.
Well,
you did cut it. Wow.
I disagree. I threw it exactly the way that Eric shot it. I would have started with the bullseye because if I do miss, I may hit that 17. I tend to land low when I miss anyways. But yeah, I'll throw a bullseye, and then I will throw at the triple of the harder number, and then if I hit that, I will go to the single. But if I miss the triple, I'll go back at the bullseye. So now Eric Gregory, big opportunity.
Left him a hat trick out.
Yeah, he hit the shot he really needed to hit on the last time to put the 3-bull pressure on Blackledge.
My question was on the double bull. How do you hit the double? Do you stay there and take the point lead?
I think you have to then.
Yeah, that's if I hit the double. That's a steal right there.
Yeah, and that's a very big leg because now Gregory up 3-1 knows he gets the start even if Blackledge wins. So as long as he holds throw from here on out, he will win the match.
That's the equivalent of a break in tennis. I mean it's that big of an advantage. Especially if there was 0-1 involved, because 0-1, it's just such an advantage to go first, especially in soft tip. But
yeah, we've been saying all weekend, the one-loss women's bracket, if they go 3, they court can play 3-0-1. So you're not getting too many chances in that game.
Flip a coin and hope you hit the middle, because that's what it's coming down to.
So Blackledge will have to start again. On his birthday, Eric not giving him any presents.
Yep, high on the first 2. Catches a 5 mark. Bare minimum at this stage. First triple by Eric. Wouldn't surprise me to see him try to cut this if he caught the second one. He didn't.
Well, even there, I might take a stab at the 20 just because I hate leaving anyone the 20.
Because everybody can hit that one.
Yeah, it's most people's favorite number. If you get them thinking. And in fact, we talked about it a lot. A lot of people don't like the 18. So when you make them throw at the 18, they may even consider the 17, and that indifference in their shot could force an error.
Yeah, I tell you, we got a little monster that moved into my town a year ago, Jeremiah Millar, and that guy, when he's comfortable, he's almost impossible to beat without, but I love to sneak a backdoor triple on him. It makes him put his hands up and start looking at stuff. He hates it. He's like, why are you doing that? I said, well, because I'm tired of watching you hit it, for one, but it gets him thinking. When he thinks, that's not his strong suit. That's my game.
No, I absolutely
He's
agree.
He's a little beast. They call him a beast for a reason, because that guy, he won't miss him.
Yeah, it's a lot about making your opponent think. When they get comfortable and know exactly what they need to throw at, they can walk up there and just chuck them. But if there's any bit of doubt in their mind when they approach the board, you have an opportunity to really get them to miss.
Yep, and it happens more than not. And it takes a special person to force me to do that, but hey, they're out there, and he's one of them.
Wow, so Gregory takes a shot up at the 20 there after getting the point lead with 6/19s, but comes up just a bit high.
Yeah, it looked like he rushed that one. It looked like he had made his mind to go up at it, but I don't think he made a conscious effort. And normally when somebody takes that shot right there, their arm is followed through, their fingers are pointing down at the ground, and they know they hit it when they threw it. It almost looked rushed.
Little bit of doubt maybe in his mind after going trip 19. It is hard to leave the target that you've just hit 2 triples on, but I think he knew he needed to hit that 20 because Blackledge did punish him on the next shot.
Yeah, and to be up 3-1 you've built that shot in. You're going second, so anytime you can take a hero shot here and hit it, why not? 4 to 1's even better than 3 to 1.
Well, yeah, you've basically gained the advantage to be able to take those kind of risks. Yeah. You still want them to be calculated. You don't want to just be chucking them at random spots. But you certainly can feel more comfortable about taking a shot you normally wouldn't take if you had to win the game.
Yeah. And it's worked out for him because he's opened up another opportunity right here. Had he caught a single that last round on that 20, would have made this shot really easy right here. But and he still took it. Great shot. He did cut the 20.
Completely makes it irrelevant. 47-point lead plus the 18s. Blackledge still with an opportunity to go 9 mark here to shut Eric Gregory down with the point lead. Not going to happen, though. He hits a single with the second dart. Does find a triple with the third to take a 21-point advantage.
Nice. Thanks.
Anytime you want.
Probably going to stay in the 18 chair. He's got the first 4. Oh, he did take a crack at it.
Changed it up. Only up 51 points. I'm very surprised to see that.
Yeah, because that single 18 there takes the 4 mark out of play.
Well, yeah, now Blackledge only down 3 marks. If he would have thrown a single 18, he'd actually went up 5 marks.
Right.
So his 1 equals 2.
Yeah, added the 1. I was surprised to see that, too. I think he's still on the 3 to 1 advantage. Trent is like, hey, I got it. I'm whacking away now.
Now, at what point in the game when you're playing really well did you just not expect to miss? Because he is throwing a 6.33 here, and that's after only throwing a 5 mark on the last turn. Yeah. So I got a feeling he's just thinking he's going to throw a triple with every dart.
Wherever he goes, it's going in. He's looking really good right here.
Yeah, we know the class of Eric Gregory here, but this is next level darts, folks.
Oh, and Blackledge switches up. He had too high on the 17. I don't blame him, but hey, that seemed like a concession dart to me. He had to hit that, and he didn't.
I think we're seeing a bit of frustration out of Blackledge because he really is giving Gregory a good shot, and Gregory is just punishing him turn after turn after turn.
I like the shot to 15, but I would never be able to come off that. What a great shot to close the 17 and the 18, because I would have went at that 15 all day long. Is that one little mark there?
Yeah, and Blackledge does come back with a big 7 mark. However, still trailing by 3 points. I would probably trip the 18 here.
I do too. I go 18, 15, 16 here.
Oh, unlucky bounce out.
Yeah.
Well, he may opt to take a shot at it, but he's not going to. 2 18s. So, Blackledge with a big opportunity now. First time we've really seen Eric Gregory have a bad shot in this whole game. 10 rounds into it. Well, so he's going to have the lead. Surprising that he stayed on it, really.
He comes up short on the 18.
He could have had 2 darts at the 18 there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have had as big a lead. He does make a 51-point lead, but a triple 18 takes that right back. And that's exactly what Eric does.
He probably won't even leave.
Nope. Fill it up. Oh, he does.
He does.
Wow.
I think these are more respect darts than anything. These guys know each other so well. Like, yeah, I'm going at him.
Maybe. I find it very hard to leave a number after I've tripped it twice.
I agree, and I think these guys are wanting some rest for tomorrow.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Let's hurry this thing up.
Oh wow!
Great
Blackledge with a
Blackledge.
huge shot.
3-point lead. It's still a baby 6 mark back at him, but let's see what Gregory does, because Gregory's got the chance to take this match over here with this shot.
Yeah, even Gregory had to congratulate Blackledge on that one, tell him good shot, because he knew how big of a shot that was.
But he left a big shot right back at him. There's a big 6 mark right here that can change everything.
Yeah, if he catches a triple with a 16, that hurts.
Yeah.
A triple now.
Has to have a triple.
Yep.
Has to be.
So he does take a 29-point lead. However, Blackledge only needing 2 15s to take a stab at the 16. Might be all he gets. No, he does find the triple with the second dart. And trips the 16 with the last. So these two averaging a 5.83 and a 5.82. A really brilliant leg here. So Steve, do you know your average?
Mine changes all the time. I'm not a big stat player. Me and Eric Gregory just had this conversation an hour and a half ago. Because I play with a stat monger, and so does he. My normal doubles partner is Cody Perry. He carries over 5 points per round, and he averages over 40 points per dart, just like Eric does. Eric Blackledge. Me and Gregory are a little different. We're a little bit lower than that, but we play to win. I like to see Cody shoot that triple, then he goes at something to cut it and only hits a single. I'm the guy that cleans it up, and that kind of drops my stats. I'm not much of a stat chaser. One of my favorite things is to watch somebody come into a tournament and see me at a 4-5 or whatever, and they're a 5-0 and can't figure out how they're getting beat. I was like, well, it has nothing. That 4-5 really doesn't mean nothing to me. The goal is to win the game. I use strategy, use whatever it takes. There's a time to throw some fat darts, and I ain't afraid to throw them. I mean, I hate to do it, but yeah, sometimes that's the right shot.
Absolutely. You certainly can't count stats for everything. They are a good barometer for who is better normally, but not always.
Right. And I think right now mine are actually a little bit lower. I play a league right now, only one, and most people know. Most people where I'm from Indianapolis. I had a daughter, Charlie May, 10 weeks ago. So I went from playing 7 or 10, even 10 leagues a week. I'm down to 1 right now. As my wife finished up the pregnancy, we have 4 kids under 8 years old. So, and she plays. She's a competitive dart player. We play a lot. So, for me to, keep that average up, it kind of tapered off over the summer because I took a little time off. Kind of eased into this tournament. I was playing a lot. Knew I was going to play a lot out here. So, the stats didn't really bug me. I play a singles league, and I pretty much run down the board. I don't get into the point wars, and that's so my stats aren't as high as they could be, but they're high enough to where it doesn't. I play in the highest division there is, so really the numbers don't mean nothing to me.
Gotcha.
I mean, we could talk all day long about the caveat of sandbagging and how it affects any sport that has stats that are kept. I mean, I think everybody who tries to keep statistics and monitor the game, 95% of the people play by the rules and 5% spoil it. And I decided a long time ago that I don't want to be part of that group. I want to play at the highest level and not let it come down to that. He'd never even come into question.
Yeah, this event here is very unique because it's really the only league qualifying event that I know of where there's a no-capped division and stats really don't matter. It really is whoever plays the best will win the match.
Yep.
So to take the handicap out of it, this really is a unique beast.
And it does, but they do have handicap events in formats, but they track every stat, every dart thrown in a league and tournaments. And so you have a rolling rating, and they track everything. There's you notice everybody's board names are on the boards. Every single stat's being recorded. So if you try to pull that shenanigans in league and you come out to this tournament, it's 180 rolling darts. You come out here and kill somebody for an event or two, and you're caught, and you're on it. You're rolled up, and that's it. You sign up for league, and your average is moved. And if it's worth a couple $100 to you, it's worth a couple $100 to you. But at least they track it as well as anybody so far.
Yeah, but the big money here is put towards the highest level.
Player. Yep.
Yeah, the open blind draw finales, the mixed doubles events where they took the top so many rating players. Yep. So they're certainly putting the money towards the better players for sure.
I've always called this system the perfect storm as far as the way it's set up with the players, the operators, this tournament, the bar owners. It's a win-win for everybody. It's hats off to Jim Turntime for putting it together, and I don't think most people realize how much of this effort put in by him is at no advantage to himself.
Yeah, it really is the perfect system.
He put this up because he thought he could make darts what it needed to be in the United States of America. And, as a bar owner, to promote this and have your players be able to play, you still have your in-house leagues, but still be able to play people from across town or across the country is great. For an operator, it gives them an extra outlet as far as advertising darts. Because for me, being a relatively high-rated player, I got tired of mopping my friends in leagues where there was 1 or 2 other good teams in there because all the other good guys pair up on a team, and you have a couple good matches a season. But when you have a system where I can play Eric Blackledge 3 times a week, Eric Gregory 3 times a week, that nothing. My stats went up a full mark per round and a full probably 5 or 6 points per dart. I mean, it was just I play people that are quality all the time. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
So the win-win-win between all of them, the bar owners, the vendors, and the players. I mean, it's unmatched so far. I mean, see if they can copy it. I don't think they can.
Completely agree. I think even down to the format of these events, they've got it all figured out. I mean, coming in here, never being here before, I really was surprised at how well ran these tournaments are. Not because I didn't think they had enough staff, but more because I was worried about the triple elimination and how it's sometimes cricket and then sometimes the last game's 0-1 and then one game in the losers bracket you never really like to hear. But then you see the brackets run and there's really no gaps the whole time.
Perfect. They extend it with the 4 race to 4, race to 5 to get the teams that are out there. Very little gaps. And I was never a big fan of the evening events where it was 3-person teams. It's 5-1, open in, open out. I mean, if I'm the third shooter on my team, I'm probably not going to shoot most of the time. Second time. I kind of questioned that for a while, but then after I saw how quickly and smoothly it ran, and so you get more events. Yeah, that was the key. You get 8 events to throw plus the finals. It's like a steel tournament all in a short little week with big money.
Yeah, going back to what you were talking about, the players really do get rewarded with a lot of games. There's only a greens fee. There's no coin drop, so nobody's having to feed boards over and over and over. I truly believe that anybody that does play league darts in America, and even if you don't, you honestly should be playing this. There we see Eric Gregory with 3-bull finish to take the 6th game to take a 4-2 lead. So, like we said earlier, all he has to do is keep holding his throw, and he will win this match.
Yep. I was in this situation earlier, up 4-2, and gave away game 8 and went to the tiebreaker.
Oh wow! So you did end up going to the 9th game.
Yes, it was awful. I mean, I opened up with 2 555s and a single 20, and Kohi put it on me. I went to that last game, and he should have won that one, to be honest.
Well, we sure you were happy to get through it.
He missed a fat 15.
Oh, wow, really?
Twice. One game I stole one, he missed a fat 15. Another, he needed a 6 mark in the 15s. He had a triple on his first dart. I was over there shaking his hand, then he went single.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it was...
So he's going to be licking his chops for a rematch.
Yeah. He just like me. We're both dog tired right now. We want a lot of rest for tomorrow, so... I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, sometimes you never know with him. He might point me to death. You never know, but he... down 4-2, he opened up with a white horse, so I could tell he wasn't trying to point. Yeah.
So Eric Gregory starts with a 7 mark after Blackledge only threw 3 20s. Blackledge's going to need a lot of 18s here.
I think Gregory's feeling it.
Yeah, he certainly seems to be playing well, but Blackledge does come up with 7 18s to take a 53-point lead there. So Gregory's going to want to fill up the 19s again.
Nice.
Only puts in 5, so doesn't really answer the 7 mark of Blackledge, but does manage to take a 42-point lead. So Blackledge's going to have to go back at the 18.
Here's the 4. That's my hole. Probably got to stay up there now.
Oh, he does, but only 4 marks. Eric's going to be pretty disappointed with that shot, but Gregory's going to try to take advantage here and really put it to Blackledge.
Oh, right on the wire. Oh. Tough break. 2 mark. It's anybody's game again.
Yeah, Eric really, Gregory, that is really opening the door for Blackledge here. Oh, and here he comes.
He kicks it in with the best of them.
Yep. Big shot to take the point lead and close the 19s for Blackledge there. So Gregory's going to have his work cut out for him on the 17s.
He's got to stay on him. Got to live in him now.
Yeah, I got a feeling he's going to want to bed the 17s. Not going to happen, though, as he finds a single 2 on the first one. Gives up on the 17 after the first dart. Switches to the 16 to find a triple. So one of the worst games we've seen Eric Gregory throw in this entire match with only a 4.25 average.
Yeah, and Blackledge is going to take advantage.
Yeah, so Gregory way down, 64 points, needs 9 15s to take the lead. Technically only 8.
Yeah, it's got the first 2.
Wow, he does do it.
Makes him think.
Yeah, it's certainly going to have Blackledge needing to go back at the points. He finds a triple with the first. Trips the 15 to close it.
And you're right at the bowl.
Yeah, that's class.
Yeah. Calm, cool, collected. You'd never know he was down 4-2.
No, not at all. He certainly doesn't look it.
Nope.
Honestly, as of right now, Gregory looks like the one to be worried.
A little bit. I think he's playing the next game. I mean, he knows he needs a big opener in the next game. I wouldn't be surprised if Blackledge ends this in 3 darts or 2 darts and I think, yep, there it is. And I think Gregory knows this is a big shot coming up right here.
Yeah,
open the door here.
If he can put in another one of the legs like he's had in the past with the near 6 averages, going first, he's going to be darn near unstoppable.
Yep, tough to beat.
Yeah, very rarely do we see anybody average a 6-0 and lose going first. So Gregory will have the start, throwing for the match, up 4-3.
Bought a house.
Nice, congratulations.
Congratulations.
So Gordon Dixon does come back into the
exactly what he
the
wanted.
commentary
Up that 7
booth.
mark. Here we go. I'm gonna step aside for Gordon to get back here. I'm gonna go warm up. I've got a match to play. So.
All right, buddy. Thank you for stepping in. Appreciate it, Steve. Lots of good commentary, buddy.
All right, so I had a feeling that I was going to come back and this match was still going on.
Absolutely, it's been a bit of a cracker. We were not able to really take our eyes off the screen, although we got to talking. But Eric Gregory does come in with a triple 20 in the first one, finds the triple 20 on the third one, only a single 19 on the second dart, however. So both players averaging a 7.0. Gregory with the advantage, 124-point lead, and the darts. Blackledge needing a lot of 19s. Does manage a triple with the last one, but still trailing by 48 points. So if I'm Eric Gregory, I'm throwing my first dart at the 20 no matter what. I'm probably switching down to the 19s after that. But he elects to throw the opposite way, tripping the 19 with the first one, switches over to the 15, going to go back up at the 20 now, finds a single.
So great standard here for both players. Both 5.5 and above. Eric here needs to open up a new number and score some points. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to stay there because he is down. Ends up grabbing another 18 for 72 points. Eric in control of that big 20. So we should exploit that here before he goes over to that 18. Definitely not enough for Eric. Still don't think that's enough. Oh, but he does take a whack at that 18. You see him scratching his head, wishing that dart would have went in.
Yeah, other than the last leg, the first real misstep we've seen out of Eric Gregory in this entire match. So we'll see if Blackledge can punish him here. Oh, and he gets a little tricky. Not going to punish after all. Does manage a triple with the last, but still only up 36 points, and Gregory has the 20.
I think that was the okie doke. It was almost like Eric's shot before kind of baited him into that shot.
Yeah, I think he really wanted to get rid of that 20, and probably for good reason, as we see Eric Gregory go right into the triple 20 with the first dart. Does manage to close the 18 with the next two. So he'll have a 24-point lead. Not really that comfortable with it, but we'll see what Blackledge does in the 17s. Oh, dead center with the first dart. Pretty center with the second. He's going to take a look at that 20 and trip it as well. I'm surprised we didn't get a bit of a reaction. Even Eric Gregory gives him a little high five on that one. Maybe more of a low five, but he gave him a 5.
Eric, knowing he needs those 16s and he needs a pile of them, falls into that single, but does find the triple with that last dart. So he does take the lead, putting the pressure back on Eric to stay on those 17s. I gotta think he's only gonna leave if he hits 2 triples.
Yeah, he will get a triple with the second dart though, and a triple on the third dart. So a pile of 17s for Blackledge.
Up 65 points now. Eric comes to the board, gonna try to make that up.
You'll learn that you can't say Eric in this one. We figured that one out in the first game.
So Gregory comes up down 65. Gonna need another triple. Oh, only 80 points. Does wrestle away that point lead, but Eric now with probably his best spot so far to take that point lead and that 16 away. He's not going to be able to do it though on this turn.
Only 317s there, so average dropping down from a 6-point-something all the way to a 5.71. So Gregory now a big opportunity on the 16s here, trailing 20 after the first dart, still trailing by 4 because he only hits a single. Gonna need to stay on it really, and he does. Finds dead center triple 16 to take a 44-point advantage.
Blackledge stepping up here, down 44. Needs that triple 17. Finds the triple 17. Does he take a shot? He does and finds that triple 16. Gregory back there puts a swipe through the beard. The thinking man's pose. Comes up here to open up that other corner on the 15s.
So Gregory now needs to go to the 15. Trips the first dart, but triples the 2 on the second. I may take a dart at the 17 here if I'm him.
Ooh, you could tell if that second dart would have went in, he'd have definitely taken a shot at that 17.
Absolutely. He wanted to look. When he's had 2 opportunities now to put this match away, played pretty poor in the 7th, and is playing pretty good in this one. Wow.
Oh.
And Blackledge opens the door, lays down a red carpet, and lets Eric Gregory walk through.
Yeah, Gregory Blackledge, very upset with himself on that last start, because this could be a huge turn for Gregory.
Oh, he's going to make it one.
You see the long, hard blink from Blackledge back behind him.
Now, although Blackledge does not have a 3-dart out here, I'm still surprised Gregory did not go back at the 15 with that last dart, because Blackledge can take the point lead with 5 bullseyes. Oh, but he only comes away with 4, so Gregory throwing for 2 bulls for the win, an 11-point lead. I think that 5 from Blackledge, he may have even said good game. Because he knows just as well as we do, this match is over. Well, it's going to take 3. Pretty wide open, the bullseye. There it is.
You see Blackledge back there automatically clapping. Big
Look at the
those
crowd.
guys.
Lots of 5s. They were very entertaining. This was a great match. One of the better ones we've seen so far. So Eric Gregory does win 5-3 over Eric Blackledge to take the men's Blue Flight Qualifier King seat.
We see that well-dressed